Generator Night, a salute to the limited late model division of 30 laps in distance. The SK Lights are already pre-qualified for the feature event. The top 18 are eligible cars in the point standings, and they'll be starting in their handicap positions. But right now, all eyes are on turn number 4. Kyle Rickey alongside, as it's time to present the starting lineup for round number 1.
Beautiful night to go racing. A little touch and go a couple of hours ago, but we are set. A full pit area. All 5 of our weekly divisions are here, and will be headlined, as Ben mentioned, by the Riley Generators 34, the limited late models, their longest event of the season. But first, the street stocks come to the racetrack, and starting on the pole here in heat race number 1, the number 23 from Wallingford, Connecticut, the CKG Welding and Fab entry, that is Alex Spinato.
Outside row number 1, the Rico's Pizza Machine. Out of Stamford, Connecticut, car number 71, Marvin Minkler.
To the inside of row 2, car number 7 from Granby, Massachusetts, the Safeco Foam TMS Dryer Vent Cleaning car for Jeff Aslin.
In the 4th starting spot, this gentleman already has visited Victory Lane, the Northeast Truck and Off-Roads Machine from Griswold, Connecticut, Brent Gleason.
5th starter, car number 18 from Jefferson, Massachusetts, the First Responders Rising car for Bob Connor.
In the 6th starting spot, car number 13, the Charlie's Towing TTM Technologies car, Stafford Springs, Connecticut's own Matt Martell.
3-time winner this season rolls off 7th, car 67 from Uncasville, the AJ's Cafe Twisted Tea Uncle Mike car for Aaron Plemons.
And picking up at the rear of the field, a rent-a-race car special. This gentleman from Brownsville, Vermont, driving car number 26, it is Lyle DeJockey. So there you have it. Field is set. Green flag is about to fly. They rumble off turn number 4. Here they come. Race number 1 is about to begin. Good racing action down into turn number 1. Bottom of the racetrack. Let's see what's going to happen as they work their magic down the back straightaway. Marvin Minkler moves to the front of the class.
Marvin Minkler brings the field into turn 3 for the first time. As the race leader, they shuffle things up behind him from second on back. Jeff Aslin in car number 7 trying to thread the needle and follow the 81 of Brent Gleason in the outside lane. Gleason up to the 2nd spot. Spinato falls to 3rd and into the clutches of Plemons and Aslin as they're nearly 3 wide for that 3rd position.
That's the story of this one. Wow, great slingshot move. Car number 7, Jeff Aslin moves into position number 3. Right there with him, Aaron Plemons. No surprises there. And the 23. Behind them is Alex Spinato. Top 5 cars, single file. Let's see who's going to step on line first, Kyle. They come off the turn, down the back straightaway. Gleason is reeling in our leader, Marvin Minkler. He is the quickest car on the racetrack.
Here comes the race for 3rd. Plemons to the inside of Aslin, the 67 and 7, nose to nose down to the stripe. Little bit of contact between those two with 2 laps to go, and it's allowed the top 2 cars to break away. Marvin Minkler and Brent Gleason, 1 and 2. Then that race for 3rd, Aaron Plemons, fastest car on the racetrack last time by in the 16.
There's no question about it. Aaron Plemons has come into his own. He's been winning at all the racetracks in the Northeast where he competes. He's looking racy. White flag is out. Now Gleason makes a bid down low. Thinks twice of it, pulls back in the line. Here comes Plemons. Crossover move off turn 2.
Up the back straightaway for the final time here in heat race number 1 on the night for the street stocks. Marvin Minkler trying to fend off a couple of feature winners this season in Brent Gleason and Aaron Plemons, who looks to the inside for that runner-up position. Can't make it work. Marvin Minkler picks up the race win over Gleason in 2nd, Aaron Plemons in 3rd, and Jeff Aslin 4th.
And of course, the final handicap position, Alex Spinato, car number 23. Out of the handicap, Matt Martell, the number 13 car, Garrett Pease, the number 18, and Lyle Jutaki will finish in the 8th position. Coming up next is round number 2, and car number 58 will be starting at the point. That, of course, is the driver of the Tea Kettle Restaurant, Vol Sabre car from Madison. It is David Chiasco.
Outside of the front row will be car number 69 from Belchertown, Massachusetts, the Roy's Auto Service car for Bill Cody.
Let's take a look at row number 2. This gentleman's doing a great job in his rookie season. The Connecticut Axle and Spindle car from Ellington, Connecticut, car 32, Colton Gambacorda.
4th starter, car number 55 from Southampton, Massachusetts, the SK Property Maintenance IMC Manufacturing entry for Brandon Warren.
Position number 5 is car number 37, the Truck Country cream machine out of Columbia, Connecticut. Car 37, David Masha Sr.
Sixth starter, car number 12 from Uncasville, Connecticut, the Evans Carpentry Services car for P.J. Evans.
Let's take a look at the final row. Car number 5, Trash Mob Garage Machine from Bristol, Connecticut, Pete Kayer.
And to round out the 8-car field, the number 22 from Westfield, Massachusetts, another one of the rent-a-race cars for Kevin Connors Jr.
Well, if you just joined us, sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. Plenty of great food available on the Midway area. You can smell those sausage, peppers, and onions cooking right here from Broadcast Central. All the food stands are open with the best for your enjoyment. Don't forget the Double Hook Lounge, best place to watch the race and have adult beverages as well. Souvenir items are available at the Novelty booth, located directly next to the Double Hook across the way. If you're looking for ice cream, it goes down really smooth on a hot, steamy night like tonight. It's located directly across from the Double Hook. On the starter stand, Mike Helberg telling the field to cross over the X in the air, and they'll double them up and head back to the line. Car number 58, of course, is David Sciasco on the inside of the front row. Kevin Corners was scheduled to start in the outside of that position, but drops to the rear of the field, and that puts car number 69 up for Bill Cody. Bill Cody has been doing a good job lately. He's been very consistent, Kyle, and he'll be one of the guys to watch in this event for sure.
Has led a bunch of laps earlier this season for the driver of car number 69, but trying to get to the end of these races, been caught in some incidents, not of his own doing, but maybe tonight's the night for the driver of car number 69, Bill Cody from Belchertown, Massachusetts. Here they come to the green flag, heat race number 2 underway.
Here they come, bottom of the racetrack, down into turn number 1. 6 cars make it now evenly matched as they come off the turn. But car number 12, P.J. Evans, working its magic. That's the red, white, and blue car back in the 4th position. Bid is for second, the 58, trying to hold off. Meanwhile, we've got a spin. It is Pete Kayer who goes around with car number 5, 3 wide, back to the line.
P.J. Evans up the inside of Gamba Corda, who is threading through the needle in car number 32, right through the middle, and falls in the line in 3rd. Chasco drops back to 5th. Brandon Warren in the 55 is up to 4th. They really shuffled things up as the battle for the lead is on. Evans has caught Cody for the top spot.
Meanwhile, coming off the turn, here comes P.J. Evans. He runs to the tire tracks, takes a peek at the inside lane. Almost there, but this isn't good enough. Has to back out of it just a second. It's Bill Cody in command down the back straightaway. Gamba Corda trying to hold off the opposition of Brandon Warren. This time, when they come off turn number 4, back to the stripe they come. Lapped automobile told to go to the inside. 2 laps to go.
Kevin Connors goes a lap down in that 22. Leaders go to his outside as they enter turn number 1. Final couple of laps. Evans right on the back bumper and hot on the hip of Bill Cody for the race lead. Gamba Corda right there in 3rd. Brandon Warren about to make it a 4-way race up front as they'll look for the white flag this time by Cody slips up.
He slips up the racetrack, wades at the top side. That opens up the inside lane. P.J. Evans has worked his way to the front impressively. And right there with him comes Colton Gamba Corda. You wouldn't believe he's a rookie. He moves into 2nd. That bounces back Bill Cody to the 3rd position. Meanwhile, Brandon Warren is moving in, but off turn 4, black and white is waving. The event now comes to a close, and to take down the impressive victory, it is P.J. Evans, Colton Gamba Corda. Great run for 2nd, Bill Cody for 3rd. 4th position, Brandon Warren. And rounding out the top 5 is David Sciasco with car number 58.
Finishing in 6th, David Masha Sr., Pete Kayer crossing the line in 7th. Check that. That'll be Pete Kayer and then Kevin Connors off the lead lap, crossing in 8th. And car number 22, as you get a good look at the number 12, P.J. Evans has come on strong in recent weeks in feature event competition and look to be up front again here later tonight as heat race number 2 heads back to the pit area. 1 to go here for the street stocks.
Well, car number 99 will be starting in the inside of the front row. That's the Mancella Motorsports machine out of Somers, Connecticut for Isabella Mancella.
To her outside, car number 15 from Ware, Massachusetts, the Dustbusters duct cleaning entry for Sean Petlock.
Here's another strong, consistent runner, the Barn Package Store Machine from Somers, Connecticut, car number 49, Jason Raymond.
Four-starter, car number 84 from Ellington, Connecticut, American Sign, J&J Trucking bring us Burt Willett.
Keep your eyes on car number 80. That's the Jet Motorsports car from East Hartford, Connecticut. It is Tyler Trott.
The 00 is next in line from Chicopee, Massachusetts, starting in the 6th spot. It's the Bobby's Burner Service car for Brennan Mersda.
In the 7th starting position, he's the defending champion. Already been to victory lane, the PJ Ladola and Sons Electrical Contractors car. From Barkhamsted, Connecticut, car 42, Travis Downey.
And in our last heat race, we saw Kevin Connors Jr. to the outside of row 4 in this heat race, car 66 from Westfield, Massachusetts, the rent-a-race car entry for Kevin Connors Sr.
Well, it appears Bonza's joined us out of the paddock area with some great stories to open up this evening's program.
Hello, Ben and Kyle. This one, not a positive story if you're a Tyler Trott fan. You don't see him out there right now. The rear end blew out on the 80 car during practice. They're on their way to the shop, which I believe is in South Windsor, Connecticut, to get a new rear end and heist their way back up here to put that in the car and get it ready for the feature.
Well, they've got a lot of work ahead of it, but if you know that group, they are extremely determined, Bonza, and that makes all the difference in the world. There's such a thing as willpower and the ability to never give up.
Tyler Trott currently second in the championship standings coming into tonight, just 8 points behind Burt Willett. So every point, every position matters at this stage of the season, and Tyler's going to have his work cut out for him if he is able to make it out in time for the feature later tonight. That rear end issue happening in practice about 45 minutes ago.
Here they come off turn number 4. Mike Helberg stares them down at the stripe. It is Isabella Mancella. But the big story is for how long. They're already almost 3 wide. Center of turn 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Isabella Mancella starts to string it out. Here comes Jason Raymond, and already emerging to the front, Travis Downey is on a roll inside of row number 3.
Downey to the inside for third, now for second potentially as they come to the line. Burt Willett way out of shape, spins that 84 off of turn 4, just to the left of the start finish line. We'll see if he can fire it back up as the rest of the field is racing up the back straightaway, 4 cars strong, and the battle for the lead just prior now to the caution flag.
Certainly is, and of course Burt Willett car will not fire back up. Unusual for Burt to have a problem in qualifying. He's usually right up front and right in the mix of things. But now all of a sudden, like a mystery, he fires it back up and picks up at the rear of the field. So he's got a ways to go, but Isabella Mancella. Isabella is not only a good little race car driver, but she is involved, and of course, she is in the military. And a lot of Friday nights here at Stafford, she comes directly from there to join us here at the racetrack.
A combat medic in Massachusetts in the National Guard
impressive.
182nd Infantry as we get a look at the replay for Burt Willett.
Appears that Burt Willett's car just snapped one way, snapped another way. He tried to correct it, but all of a sudden it was over for him and it did not fire back up. But now we are looking at the field, already tightening back up. And of course, it's time. Isabella Mancella, as we said, doing a great job. Her dad competed at the old Riverside Park Speedway. Family operation, father and daughter team. And we've got quite a few of those, Kyles. We're very fortunate here at Stafford.
We are indeed. And one of those daughters at the point right now in Isabella Mancella. And we'll bring the field back to the stripe this time by as the field comes off of turn number 4. Just a lap in the books after the spin by Burt Willett. Jason Raymond to the outside, Mancella to the bottom as they go to turn number 1.
And let's see what's going to happen here. Isabella Mancella, you're looking at the 99 car. Runs to the inside, but on the outside, Jason Raymond strings it out. Here comes the champ. Travis Downey works his way into the top 3. They come off turn number 4, single file back to the stripe.
Lap 2 in the books. Jason Raymond leads the way. Mancella in second. Downey in third, the defending champ in car 42. And then Burt Willett, the current point leader, They're in position number 4. And again, Mancella slides up high just a bit to the exit of 2. And just enough to open the door for Travis Downey on the inside. Race for second allows Jason Raymond to pull away by a couple of car lengths back down to the line.
Certainly does, and all of a sudden Bertolette is moved in, taking over the 3rd position. Just a few laps ago, he had spun off turn number 4. Now he's spinning some heads as he moves into the top 3. Single file, they run 4 cars, make it 5 in a row as they work their way back. White flag is out, 1 circuit to go.
Jason Raymond brings the field back to turn number 2, but Travis Downey, fastest lap of the race last time by, in the 2nd spot in car 42. Does he have enough time to get to the race leader and make a move on Raymond? Burt Willett looking on in 3rd as they work around a slower car over in turn 3.
Here they come off turn number 4. Jason Raymond has drove a flawless race. He'll take down the impressive victory. Fastest car in that qualifier. Travis Downey will finish in 2nd. Burt Willett, great comeback to finish in 3rd with car number 84. Isabella Mancella is a nice 4th place run there, and Sean Petlock to round out the top 5.
Kevin Connors finished in the 6th spot and the final car running. Brennan Mersda pulled onto the pit lane early on and will finish 7th. Tyler Trott trying to get that 80 car back together with a rear end issue after the practice about an hour ago. Unable to start that event and scored officially in the 8th position.
Well, right now our attention is going to shift to 2 qualifying rounds in the late model division. Car number 92 will be starting in the front row. That's the King Gray Coach Lines TSC Motorsports car. And sitting behind the wheel from East Longmeadow, Mass, he's a multiple-time champion in this division. It is Tommy Fern.
Car number 9 will start from the 2nd spot as we get reset here from Naugatuck, Connecticut, the A6A Associates car for Bobby Sturck III.
Let's take a look at row number 2, the Tom O'Sullivan Welding Rosati number 07 from Belchertown, Massachusetts. Feature event winner, Chris Buffoni.
4th starter, car number 79 to the outside of row 2 from Enfield, Connecticut, Jarmark Farms and Botticello Inc., the entry for Daryl Keene.
Another feature event winner, Universal Plastics, brings us car 43 from Chicopee, Mass, Andrew Duran.
2-time defending champion, current point leader, starts in the 6th spot, car 23 from Ellington, Connecticut, Levine Law, the entry for Kevin Gambacorda.
And this gentleman taking over this ride last week did a pretty good job. They had some mechanical problems. It is car number 51. That's the Safeco phone, Stu Fern car. The driver behind the wheel is Brian Narducci.
And in the 8th spot, car number 53 from Warren, Connecticut, the Stans Auto Body car for Rob Taylor Jr.
So the field is set and ready to rumble, and we have 8 cars in this first of 2 qualifying rounds in this event. Back off turn number 4. We'll tell you the great story of the pace car. Kyle was here, he witnessed it, and it's up on the midway, directly located next to the popcorn and ice cream stand. Well, what's left of the original pace car. This is a different pace car, but Dave Arute has an invitation to the fans to maybe they want to have an official souvenir, something that no one else could ever have. Take a look at that car and then tell us what you would like to be able to take home when they do that special giveaway. Kyle?
Yeah, Brooke Pagliarulo and driver of the Misfire monster truck signed it as she was the one that crushed it last week, part of the Cletus McFarland New England 900. Quite a sight last week here at the Speedway when that pace car was first put into place by Cletus and then ultimately crushed. Obviously, the new pace car with us here tonight. As we go into the green flag, heat race number 1 for the late models. Go to turn 1, led by Tom Fern.
Tom Fern does a great job. He's been able to get off to a good start, but unfortunately, havoc usually strikes. Let's hope it's not the case tonight. Already, Chris Buffoni, he said, it took me a few weeks to get the hang of Stafford, but I think I've discovered the footprint, and he is stomping on the competition here. But he's got one of the best in this division. That, of course, is Kevin Gambacorda, multiple-time champion, working his magic in the 3rd spot.
Up the backstretch and into turn number 3, they have singled out among the top 5 cars, all nose to tail. Tom Fern, the race leader, will cross the stripe up front at lap number 2. Chris Buffoni, Kevin Gambacorda, Andrew Duran, and Daryl Keene, who's just set the fastest lap, all lined up behind the leader Battle for second is on over on the backstretch.
No question about it. Here comes Kevin Gambacorta. He dive bombs down to the inside. Buffoni is on the outside. They're closer than most people park as they come off the turn. Give the position to Kevin Gambacorta. He now moves into second. Now trying to make the same move is car number 43. It is Andrew Duran.
Duran now up to third. Buffoni to the outside, challenging for that spot, and it looks like he may lose that battle by the time they get to turn 4. And Daryl Keene will fill the hole on the bottom for fourth. Buffoni back to fifth, just in front of Brian Narducci. Up front, a couple of former champions racing for the top spot, Tom Fern and Kevin Gambacorta.
There's no question about it. The battle now becomes a battle for the fifth position. Buffoni slams the door. Narducci is there. The 9 of Bobby Sturck. Back up front, Tom Fern's got the field covered. 5 of the 8 laps now into the record books. Just past the halfway marker. Fern is trying to hold on, but here's Gambacorta. Nice move to the inside, deep into turn number 3. Kevin Gambacorta digs hard on the bottom as they come off the turn. Back to the stripe they come.
Battle for the top spot is on with 2 laps to go. New race leader by the time they hit the start-finish line. Kevin Gambacorta out front and is able to pull away by about a car length by the time they get to the backstretch. Fern in second, Andrew Duran and Daryl Keene right there in third and fourth.
There's no question about it. Power move by Kevin Gambacorta. He is one of the smoothest and toughest guys to beat in this division. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. 5 is the magic number here. Meanwhile, they come off the turn. It is Gambacorta. Once he got the lead, he pulls away by 2, 3, make it 4 car lengths. Meanwhile, Fern's still holding off the opposition in second. That's Andrew Duran as they come back to the stripe.
Checkered flag is out. Kevin Gambacorta at the point took the lead with 2 to go and held on to claim the race win over Tom Fern in second, Andrew Duran third, Daryl Keene fourth, and Chris Buffoni to round out the top 5.
So great qualifying run for Kevin Gambacorta. Hopefully Tom Fern has got that bad luck past him now. And Andrew Duran moved in for a solid third position. Daryl Keene was quick in the early laps of the event. And of course, Chris Buffoni already been there and done that with a feature event win. You're looking at the late models, and there's our late model winner, Kevin Gambacorta, heading back to the paddock area. So Kyle, let's go to round 2.
Heat race number 2 coming out onto the racetrack, and starting on the pole will be the driver of car number 33 from Barkhamsted, Connecticut, the American Legion 182 Be The One car for Aiden Burrell Jr.
And alongside, this gentleman has had not a lot of luck, but he's got a fast race car and talent behind the wheel. The Mayday Oil Company Casella Waste Machine from North Franklin, Connecticut, car number 87, Chris Meyer.
Third starter, car number 10 from Fairfield, Connecticut, the Springfield Thunderbirds providing the sponsorship for Wayne Corey Jr.
In the 4th starting spot, the Safeco Foams Machine. From Hamden, Massachusetts, car number 12, Alexandra Fern.
5th starter, car 97 from Granby, Massachusetts, Meadows Motor Cars. The entry for another former champion and Adam Gray.
This gentleman's the all-time great veteran driver. From Stafford Springs, Connecticut, the Butler Motorsports Machine. Car number 4, Tommy Butler.
And rounding out the field, car number 39 from Berlin, Connecticut, Tavern on the Tracks to bring us Paul Verrecchio Jr.
Cars to watch in this qualifying event, of course, is Paul Verrecchio. He has been just outstanding, and of course, we've got some other competitors. Wayne Corey has been to victory lane already this season. Adam Gray among the very best. This is a stacked field for this qualifying event of number 2 for the late model division. If you're just joining us, we welcome you to this evening's program, brought to you by Riley's Generators for a limited late model special event of 30 laps. And Kyle and I were talking about it earlier. We have a large field of cars in the limited late model tonight, and I think we could be in for an upset or maybe one of the same.
Over 20, pushing 25 limited late models in the pits here tonight. One of the largest car counts that we have ever seen in that division for the Riley Generators 30. So big field, big event, or their biggest of the year for that division. More on that here coming up in a bit, as they will also run some qualifying heat races in just a few moments from now. In fact, they will follow the late models here, and then we'll round out qualifying with the SK Modifieds. The SK Lights will not qualify tonight. Their starting lineup determined by the handicap.
A lot of buzz in the pit area over that. It works to the advantage of some. To others, it makes it a little tougher, but that is the nature of the beast. Nobody starts up front and gets a freebie here at Stafford. You have to earn respect of your competitors, and you have to be the very best. The cream rises to the top. Speaking of that, let's see what's going to happen. Pace car dives to the center of the infield. Off turn number 4, staring them down as they work their magic off turn 4. Nice even start. It is Chris Myers and Wayne Corey side by side into turn number 1. Already on the move. Car number 12, Alexandra Fern, has moved into second. She now sets her sights on position number 1. Myers isn't going to give up without a fight. Little contact there coming off the turn. Wayne Corey Jr. and Alexandra Fern make a little contact there.
They do indeed, but they roll on in second and third, a car length behind Chris Meyer, the race leader. Fern in the second spot, coming off a season best second place finish 2 weeks ago. Wayne Corey Jr. in third. Tom Butler back with us here tonight, running in the fourth spot in car number 4 as they hit the line to complete lap number 2, and no real change at the front.
Interestingly enough, on that last circuit, Paul Verrecchio made the best move he possibly could. What is that? He moved from the 6th position into the top 5. That simply means he's in the handicap. He'll be starting closer to the front. That's not the story for Adam Gray. His car appears to be off just a bit. Aiden Burrill, the same story there. Back to the front of the field, quickest car, Chris Myers, way out in front now, heading down to turn 3.
And Adam Gray off the pace, up the back straightaway. Car number 97 slowed off turn 2, and it looks like will coast perhaps to the pit area here at halfway. Indeed he will, so Gray goes to the pit lane. Everybody else under green, led by Chris Meyer. Alexandra Fern, she has had her hands full with Wayne Corey in the 10 and the 4 of Tom Butler, coming to 3 to go.
No question, now Paul Verrecchio is moving in, making it a 4-car bid for the 2nd spot. Out in front, no challenges for Chris Myers. Myers has had nothing but bad luck this season. Today he's looking really strong, out in front and pulling away. Meanwhile, back in that 2nd spot, it is still Alexander Fern, but Wayne Corey has tried everything. Tap to the bumper, high, low, all over, trying to make the move. Can he do it? He's now bump drafting as they head to turn 1.
Trying to angle a little lower to the inside on turn number 1 on Fern, and the move paid off. He set that up off of turn number 4 and up the front straightaway. Door remains open for Tom Butler in now 3rd. Moving Fern back to 4th. Verrecchio in the mix as well in car number 39 as they come to the white flag.
It almost appears you slip up just for a second and you can get shuffled in the outside lane. And that's exactly what we have just seen. Tom Butler's brand new race car is hooked up. The BFR chassis is up to the top 3. Then it's Verrecchio setting in the 4th position, and 5th, very important, is car number 12, and that, of course, is Alexander Fern. Checkered flag is out. Chris Myers back in winning form. He'll take down the victory. Wayne Corey Jr. to finish in 2nd. Tommy Butler, impressive run for 3rd. Paul Verrecchio, he's a man on the prowl. He'll set back in the 4th position, and Alexander Fern to round out the top 5.
Aiden Burrill, the only other car on the lead lap in 6th. Adam Gray had a mechanical issue midway through that event. Finished on the pit lane in the 7th spot. So a tough break for Adam.
And coming up next is, of course, the division of the night, Kyle. And this is the reason why. The Riley's Generators limited late model event of the season for 30 circuits, and everybody's here. 3 qualifying rounds. Car number 5 will be starting up in the front row on the inside, and that, of course, is the number 5 of Darryl Vertiflay out of Willington, Connecticut, driving the Mojo's Cafe Lawn Science car.
And Darryl's outside, car 22 from New Hartford, Connecticut, the GP fence entry for Gary Patno.
Inside row number 2, he's one of the best in this class, the Utility Service of New England machine. From Rocky Hill, Connecticut, he too is a champion, car 59, Matt Clements.
Fourth starter, car 55 from Somers, Connecticut, the Tri-State Equipment Repair car, one of our co-point leaders coming into tonight, and he's a divisional rookie for Jason Lafayette.
Let's take a look at row number 3, position number 5. It goes to car number 24, the WGF building machine. For Three Rivers, Massachusetts, it is Kyle Theriot.
To his outside, starting 6, car number 80 from Old Saybrook, Connecticut, the Saybrook Rentals car for Norm Root III.
And now, starting back in the 7th position, he is the son of a champion here at Stafford, driving the Black Widow Motorsports car from Union, Connecticut, car number 8, Tyler Secor.
And to round out the 8-car field, car number 74 from Springfield, Vermont, the Bears Cleaning Service F&M Enterprises car for Matthew Winter II.
So there you have it. This is round number 1 of 3. These are, of course, our limited late models in Riley Generators Night. The late models extra distance of 30 circuits will tell the story in tonight's event. And these guys are ready and pumped up. Banner field of cars, as we've been talking about. But the sight of the drivers, they're all looking to have that little bit of an advantage with a few more laps to be able to get the job done. Here they come off turn number 4. Here comes Kyle Rickey to give them the call as they come to the start.
Darryl Vertifay to bring the field to the green flag. There it is, and we are underway. Gary Patno to his right elbow as they go to turn number 1 for the first time. Then it's Clement, last year's champion and the current point leader, to his outside, one of the point leaders in Jason Lafayette. Still locked up nose to nose as they go to turn 4.
Off the turn, it appears that Gary Patno, high, wide, and handsome off the turn, gathers it back, but it looks like Vertifay will still hold on, and he does. Kyle Theriot, the 24, is the quickest car on the racetrack. 6 cars up front, throw a blanket over him. Who's going to come out on top down the other side of turn number 3?
Good question, and still to be answered, as they are still double wide, 2 rows deep. Vertifay to the inside of Patno for the top spot, and this time around, by a car length, it is Darryl Vertifay. That inside lane will advance by the time they get back to the corner. Matt Clement to the inside of Patno for the runner-up spot.
There's no question about it. Matt Clement is as smooth as glass. He works his magic, moves in, takes over second. He is championship stuff, and he's showing a perfect example of just that. Meanwhile, Jason Lafayette is also marching forward. Kyle Theriot is there with him. Gary Patno gets bounced back to position number 5. He needs to hold on to that spot.
Here they come up the back straightaway. Vertifay and Clement. Matt Clement looking to the inside for the top spot. He has time to work with, and I think he knows it. 4 to go. This time around, we're just halfway through this heat race, and he'll attack here. To the inside goes the 59. Matt Clement to the point and to the race lead by the time they get to the backstretch.
There's no question about it. Down the back straightaway. Brand new leader emerges. Once he's there, Matt Clement pulls away. The USNE machine is dominant up front. Meanwhile, take a look at that 3rd position. Off the turn, moving in is car 24. Kyle Theriot proved a week or so back that he could get the job done. He marched to the front of the field, and he is on a prowl. He sets in that 3rd position. Vertifay back and forth, and Norm Root. We welcomed him to Stafford. He's become a regular. He's in the top 5.
6 different winners in the last 6 feature events for this division, and there's a couple of drivers toward the front here looking to make it 7, including Jason Lafayette, who is tied into championship standings for the lead with Travis Haidar, who we'll see coming up in our next heat race. Currently second on the racetrack is Lafayette, and closing in on Matt Clement, who started that streak of 6 winners, 6 feature events ago.
There's no question. Down into turn number 1, Matt Clement still holding the command of everyone at the point. Meanwhile, Jason Lafayette, you wouldn't think he's a rookie by the way he runs. Learned his skill well here at Stafford in the street stock, but when they come off turn number 4, he has reeled in on Matt Clement. Checkered flag is out. Matt Clement will take down the impressive victory. Jason Lafayette, quickest lap of the race, was second with car 55. Kyle Theriot would finish in the 3rd spot. Darryl Vertifay in the top 4, and Norm Root takes down the final handicap position.
Then it's Gary Patno, Tyler Secor, and Matthew Winters. We check back in the pits.
Kyle, you mentioned Adam Gray falling out of the heat race midway through. Not quite sure if there's anything mechanically wrong with the car, but he has not been happy with the car so far today. Wasn't happy with how it drove during practice. Still trying to learn more about this car, a brand new car for this team this season. They got some more work to do, and when they get back out there on the track, they're going to be starting in the back.
Well, the one thing we do know, Bonza, is that team never gives up, and they usually get stronger as the season goes on. Round number 2 for the limited late models, it's car 42. That, of course, is Dana Ray from Northford, Connecticut in the Daddy-O's Honey car.
And his outside will be car number 9 from Canton, Connecticut, the RE Spray Foam Gold Properties car for Connor Jensick.
This is one of the guys to watch in this division, the L&S Equipment Machine from Windsor Locks, Connecticut. Ken Lavoie owns the automobile, but Jeremy Lavoie is the man that pilots it to the front of the field.
Fourth starter, car number 28 from Tolland, Connecticut, the Stribel trucking car for Rich Hammond, a former champion.
In the 5th starting spot, it is car number 23. Westside Oil among the sponsors from Canton, Connecticut. It is Devin Jensick.
Sixth starter, car number 44 from Durham, Connecticut, Team's Choice, providing the entry for Shelby Swan.
And in the 7th starting spot, it'll be the Orsini Racing car for John Orsini out of Morse, Connecticut, car number 56.
And starting in the 66 car, it'll be Jason Raymond behind the wheel of that entry as they race into turn number 3, or they'll get the one to go signal. Be racing next time by.
So we'll quickly go back to the paddock area and see what's happening there.
Yeah, Jason Lafayette making his Jason Raymond, making his limited late model debut, driving the car that Mike Hopkins used to drive a couple years ago in this division. Raymond thought this car was very fun to drive, looking to complete all the laps and gain some experience.
And we know that's a quick car,
yes,
because
car.
Hopkins found some good results with it. So we'll see what Jason Raymond can do in the 66 here tonight in the limited late models. He'll start toward the rear as the front of the field, Dana Ray, will bring the field down to the stripe.
Here they come off turn number 4, back through the gears, and to the advantage is car number 42. Dana Ray looked very racy right initially on the start, but already things are starting to, well, take toll down the back straightaway. Good racing wherever you look. Lavoie setting back in the 3rd position. He's not going to stay there very long as they come off turn number 4. Back to the stripe they come, and it is car number 9. Connor Jensick, no surprises here. Devin Jensick clicks off the quickest lap of the race. That's car number 23, setting back in the 4th position. 5 cars, single file, then there's a big gap. Nobody is able to contend with the top 5 as they come off turn 4.
Which are led by Connor Jensick, then Jeremy Lavoie, the red and yellow numeral number 6, followed by Devin Jensick, Rich Hammond, and Dana Ray completing the top 5 right now. Ray, the final car in that front pack of traffic, then a couple of lengths back John Orsini in the 6th spot as they race into turn number 3, and the tight top 3 begin to tighten up just a bit. Lavoie in a Jensick sandwich right now as they come around to complete lap 3.
Well, there's no question about it. He is hungry. He has had his share of hardships, his share of bad luck. They come off the 2nd turn, working their magic down. Lavoie gets a nice run for it. The 9 car of Connor Jensick got a little bit loose off turn number 2. Gathered it back, hats off to him. Back to the stripe they come, halfway down, halfway to go. Jensick, Connor Jensick, and car number 9 is the car in command.
Top 3 soon to be joined by Rich Hammond in car number 28, running in 4th as they tighten up front. Connor Jensick the leader, then Jeremy Lavoie, Devin Jensick in 3rd. Ari Jensick watching tonight from Indianapolis, the only Jensick we're missing out on the racetrack among those siblings here this evening as they go back to turn number 1, and no change up front, although Lavoie getting some pressure now from Devin Jensick for the runner-up spot.
No question, Devin Jensick's got a fast race car. So does Lavoie. Connor has got, well, a little sigh of relief because he is setting the pace. Lavoie now trying to shake off Devin Jensick. Devin takes a peek to the inside. Car 23 right there. Can't complete the move. Giving it his all off the 2nd turn, Kyle. It is still Lavoie back into position number 2.
Will be in the 2nd spot in turn number 3 behind Connor Jensick, who has command of this qualifying heat race. It'll be the white flag this time around for Connor, looking for a heat race win a lap from now. Lavoie in 2nd. Hammond stepping out of line just a bit. In fact, Rich Hammond off the pace. went to the inside of the 23 of Devin Jensick and lost a ton of ground up the backstretch.
You kind of wonder if Heyman thought it was the checkered flag instead of the white flag. He's still in the comfort zone. Here they come. Connor Jensick secures an impressive victory. Jeremy Lavoie to finish in second. Devin Jensick for third. Rich Hammond will finish in fourth. And Dana Ray will be among the cars to transfer to the handicap.
Behind Dana Ray was Jason Raymond in the 6th spot in his debut here in the limited late models. Then John Orsini and Shelby Swan all finishing on the lead lap here in heat race number 2.
You know, we're going to have Bonza check out with Rich Hammond's car. It almost appears that he thought he got the checker when it was the white flag, backed out of it. Then all of a sudden he realized, stepped back on the gas and worked his way back and never lost the position. Right now it's time for heat race number 3, and car number 18 will be starting at the point. The Utility Service of New England car from Wethersfield, Connecticut. It is Scott Clement.
Car number 19 will start in the 2nd spot from Plainville, Connecticut. The CSB Communications entry for Adrian Paradise III.
Keep your eyes on this rookie driver driving the Hadar Construction. Number 11 from Woodbury, Connecticut, Travis Hydar.
For starter, car number 83 from Wellington, Connecticut, Rob Russell chassis entry for R.J. Serdell.
Keep your eyes on this guy. He is sizzling hot. The Lloyd's Transmission Machine from Agawam, Massachusetts. It is car number 14, Kevin Cormier.
6th starter, car number 82 from Pasco, Rhode Island, the New England Chipper Repair AZ Roofing sponsored car for Samantha Dell.
And starting in the scratch position, it is the number 84 machine. That, of course, is car number 84. Joining us from the usually competes at Waterford and Thompson Speedway, the Delaney Auto Parts car from Bristol, Connecticut, Joe Arena.
Longtime veteran of stock car racing up in the state of Connecticut, and glad Joe is with us here this evening. We'll start at the end of the pack, or 7th for car number 74. We mentioned all the different winners this year. You mentioned Kevin Cormier. He's been hot as of late. Our most recent winner back on July 11th here for the Limiteds. But prior to that, Devin Jensick, Kyle Terrio, Gary Patnode, R.J. Serdell, and Matt Clement have all picked up wins as we go back to Bonza.
One driver you did not mention, Kyle, Adrian Paradise III. He had a win last year. Hasn't won yet, but he said he's thinking big picture. Just finish the laps and get a good run. He's had a good start to this season, still looking for a trip to victory lane. He felt like the car was pretty good in practice, looking for more here, but he's got a challenge starting on the outside.
He certainly does, and he is an outstanding guy, both on and off the racetrack, digs hard and works hard. And, of course, don't count out R.J. Serdell. He has had consistent podium and top 10 finishes throughout the early half of the season. Green flag is out. Scott Clement shows that he can get the job done. He quickly moves into position number 1. And right there with him on the inside and challenging down the back straightaway, it is, of course, the 11 of Travis Hydar.
Hydar to the 2nd spot to the inside of Paradise, and in fact may take the race lead by the time they complete lap number 1. Scott Clement will drop down into the 2nd spot behind Hydar. Paradise outside, Cormier to the bottom in a race for 3rd. That's the 14 and the 19 inside and out.
No question about it. Adrian Paradise is on the outside lane. He's got the car looking racy. That's a Dodge body on that car. If you're a fan of Mopars, he comes back to the stripe, slips up just a tiny bit, and that'll work to the advantage of Kevin Cormier. R.J. Serdell moves into the 4th spot. Now Adrian Paradise is back there contending. 4 cars looking for 2nd. Down the back straightaway, Scott Clement. But Kevin Cormier is really muscling him over. Oh, all of a sudden they come together.
Cormier and Clement go around in front of that entire pack of traffic. Everybody's got to jam on the brakes to avoid. And I think they do, with all minimal, if any, damage, including Paradise and Arena in the 74. Also, the 82 of Samantha Dell gets away, but while battling for the 3rd or 2nd spot, Clement and Cormier go around, and that'll put us under the caution flag here.
It sure will, and Scott Clement, who was doing so good in the first lap of the event, gets shuffled back a bit. So Travis Hydar will be the leader of the pack. We're going to take a look at a replay in just a moment or so and see if we can sort out this situation. Here we are going into turn number 3. Cormier gets a little sideways, makes contact with Clement. Both of them go around. Paradis tries to avoid. Joe Arena does the same. And then the 82 machine of Samantha Dell, she gets on the brakes and drives right by.
It was close for Joe Arena, who really had to jump on the brakes, made a little bit of a right turn there to avoid the spinning cars to the inside, and Joe able to continue on now up to the 4th spot as they stand on the racetrack just in front of Samantha Dell. Bonza mentioned Adrian Paradis just a little bit ago, that 19, although he hasn't won yet, has finished in the top 10 in all of the feature events thus far this season, which is why he is still very much a part of the run for the championship this season, something that we'll be talking about more and more. It's hard to believe we hit the month of August next Friday night.
Amazing.
Where is the summer going?
Well, you were right, and the month of July was literally like a blink of your eye, and it was all over with. Rookies have been the story in this class, and we have got a premier group of them. And atop the list is Travis Hydar with car number 11. Now, Travis has not had the results, he'll tell you this, that he was hoping for. But when you look at the stats, he's still been pretty impressive. He's overcome a lot of diversity. Same can be said outside for R.J. Serdell. Been there, done that, started at the front of the field, dominated the racing action. He helps fabricate with the good folks here in Willington, Connecticut. Let's see what's going to happen. Off the turn like a rocket, it is Travis Hydar. Meanwhile, it is Adrian Paradis back up to 2nd, and believe it or not, R.J. Serdell drops back to 3rd, and now moving back to the 4th spot, Kevin Cormier is on a prowl. He is in the 4th position, trying to close up the gap on Serdell as they head down the back straightaway. 3 of the 8 laps are now gone.
Cormier in 4th after that spin a couple laps ago with the 18 of Clement, who remains in the 7th spot. He has been unable to regain any of those lost positions. 4 down, 4 to go. Travis Hydar, been the story of this qualifying event. He pulled away once prior to the caution, and he's doing it again in car number 11 from Adrian Paradis in 2nd, R.J. Serdell in 3rd, and a fast closing Kevin Cormier in 4th in car 14.
Here they come off turn number 4. Nobody's giving up an inch. Serdell is picking up his pace just a bit, but will it be enough? Because 5 of the 8 laps are all but gone. Serdell now continues to get racy right behind the back bumper of Adrian Paradis. Paradis still holds on. Here comes R.J. Serdell. Moves to the inside. Gets a fender down there. Off the turn. Back to the stripe. Less than 2 circuits to go.
Adrian Paradis up to 2nd. Trying to hang on to 2nd. Serdell not making it easy for him. Digging on the bottom. Bobbles a bit to the exit of turn 2, and Paradis gets a little bit of breathing room now of about a car length and a half. Back to Serdell and Cormier. White flag is already out for the race leader, Travis Hydar, who brings the field back to turn number 1. He is all by himself by 2.1 seconds.
Keep your eyes. This is the one that counts the most. Leader is gone at the front of the field. 2nd place is the story. 3 cars running for the same airspace. You're looking at it on the left side of your screen. To the right side, there's the leader. Checkered flag is out. You wouldn't know he's a rookie. Travis Hydar has done it, finishing 2nd. Great run for Adrian Paradis. R.J. Serdell to finish in the 3rd spot. Kevin Cormier is 4th, and good run for Samantha Dell to finish among the top 5.
Rounding out the field, Joe Arena in 6th and Scott Clement in the 7th spot. Limited late model qualifying heats now in the books. Only the SK Modifieds remain. As for those that have been watching us on our Facebook and YouTube live streams, thank you for tuning in on what has turned out to be a gorgeous Friday night here at the Speedway. But the rest of tonight's program will be seen exclusively on FloRacing. So for the SK Modified